Morning, everybody. It is January 15, about 11:30 almost. Getting a late start out here. I'm having a hard time getting a sense of direction and which way to go and what to do. Well, yesterday I slammed up against a tree here on my property, slid on the mud, and I'm seeing all the scratch marks now. Wow. I scratched that up pretty good. And I slid down into my trailer. There's the white paint on that. So yeah, was more muddy yesterday, and I just came in like I usually do, and you can see where my whole truck just slid sideways. I hit this trailer here, and then I backed up and kept sliding and went into that tree. Well, I plan on having this truck in the family for a long time, so it's my work truck. Anyway, so yeah, I went by Rogers today because we changed the way we're going to build this house a little bit to save some money. The shopping list changed. I went to Home Depot this weekend, and thank goodness I didn't buy the stuff that was on the list. I just kind of added it to my cart and getting everything in there. Went by Rogers today to kind of confirm some stuff. I didn't know what everything was, and come to find out we changed the size of certain things, and or he did, and the quantity. So now I've got that fixed, and we really need to get these sheds built out here, but the weather has been kind of spotty, so it's hard to pull the trigger because you want to be able to get that shed done in a day. So unless we had several days it wasn't going to rain, but it's been raining every few days, so I want the thing dried in. I want it done. So anyway, that's the plan today. Is I'm going to go over here and probably going to have to flatten out the land a little bit with a tractor. And we're going to Bryn might come out here because he's going to have a shed too. So we're going to work on flattening things and create bases for these sheds. So that's the plan. Let's get on it and see how things go. Oh yeah, and Niana is going to come out this morning as well. And she's going to do some dowsing and see if she can help direct us in a final direction on two places that we found. All right, let's get to work. All right, guys, I been over there smoothing out that spot. It's kind of rough since I don't have the box scraper on, but Niana came in, and so I've got her over here dowsing and seeing what she comes up with. I'm kind of trying to leave her alone so I don't influence her, and we didn't tell her which flag is Val's and which one's mine, so we can see if she can come up with an objective view of what the dowsing's telling her is this best spot. Alright, Niana just left, so I'm going to go back over here and keep working on the pad for the sheds. And unfortunately for all of us that confuse us, Niana ended up indicating onto Val's well spot. Nicole indicated onto mine, so we're split 50-50. So we'll have to talk about this more later on and see what we want to go. I think logically mine was the better, if you just look at it logically for location, mine is better location, but I don't know. We'll see. We'll have a conversation about it, I guess, tonight and talk about it. And interesting enough too is like when you douse the rods, all of us that douse the rods, the indication for yes was the rods cross on an X. And the no, they point opposite directions, or they spread apart and no longer in an X. For Niana, it was opposite. The yes was the rods pointing away from each other, and the no was the rods crossing. So that was interesting too to observe. Anyway, we'll figure it out. All right, guys, we are still out here. Bryn is out here smoothing this out. I missed filming a lot of content today. So we took the backhoe off and put this on because we couldn't get this flat like we wanted to. And this turned into an ordeal. I don't know if you guys remember when I had to take this bar out and I had an extra one. Well, this bar actually ends up not being quite long enough, or this has been separated from this, like it's too spread out. So this bar is actually hanging here, but that's exactly where it was hanging when I swapped out the backhoe with the box scraper before. So I don't know what's going on, but anyway, in order to get that bar in there, we had to take this tire off. And luckily Bren is a mechanic, so he had what we needed to take these guys off and break these and get them out. And I had a couple of jacks, so we were able to get this jacked up. And now we're going to be measuring this, put our pallets down, and try to get foundation at least ready for our sheds. It's been a mess today. It's been a struggle. Whatever. We're moving on. All right, guys. 4:45, and I'm leaving. It was one of those days that I felt like all I did was spin my wheels and got nothing done. Bren and I basically spent several hours getting that tractor figured out, and it's still not really done proper, but it'll work. Basically in like 10 or 15 minutes after putting that box scraper on, we made our pad for our sheds, so that was a good thing. But I didn't really think out my plans very well. I need extra plywood and the pallets didn't line up proper, so I'm doing some consideration and maybe make my own form or whatever. I'm not sure what I'm going to do. Anyway, it's just been one of those days. I pretty much didn't get anything done. So I don't like those days, but it is what it is. So I plan on coming back out here tomorrow, as long as it doesn't rain. There's a slight chance of rain tomorrow, but I'll be coming back out hopefully and maybe making some progress. So we'll see you guys then. Hey, good morning, guys. It's a good afternoon. It's just after 1 o'clock. It's January 16. Yesterday we had a rough day trying to get the tractor fixed and get the box scraper on it, the backhoe off, and fix some broken things. And then I was trying to put that floor in for my shed, and it just wasn't a great day for me. So I went in this morning to Home Depot, and I'm scrapping the idea of the pallets. Now this is Bren's. Bren did a pretty good job. He's got a couple of it's a little bit off here, kind of goes up a little bit warped, but he picked and he off a little bit here, needs a saw. He didn't have a saw out here, but he picked pretty similar pallets and got that all looking pretty good. He did a good job. But me, I haven't got time for this, going and finding pallets and trying to make them all fit. I just tossed all my pallets back up here. I'm going to definitely be using those for either compost piles or staging other stuff, or put a water catchment system up on them, or worst case scenario, you know, cutting them up for kindling or whatever. They're not going to go to waste. And this stuff, like I said, this is not a permanent landing either, I don't think. So if I need this wood for something else and I move the shed, I'll be able to use this. Anyway, you know, it's been a bit chilly. It is a really interesting, I got to talk about this really quick. California, our business was at like 2,500 feet elevation, and it rarely got below 30 degrees. But we got quite a bit of snow. Not a lot, it depended on the year, but we were known for getting some snow. We're only, where we're at is like about 2,200 foot elevation, where we're living right now. Down here is maybe 1,200 or so. It is way colder here than in California where we were at. We've been dropping down into the 20s, and we got a week of lows in the teens now coming up. So it's taken some adjustment, getting used to. It's interesting. But that leads me to this guy right here on my head. So when I was growing up, these were called sock hats, not beanies. That tells you how old I am. And I didn't like them. My head, I guess, produced a lot of heat, and it was always miserable. But I knew it was going to get cold, and I knew I'd been out here a couple times already, and my head was freezing. So, wool, guys, wool. I got a merino wool hat, beanie, and I'm loving it. I am loving it. It's not bothering my ears. It's not keeping a bunch of heat in. It's keeping me warm without making my head too hot, if that makes sense. Anyway, for any of you guys that hate beanies and you've not tried a wool one, 100% merino wool works really nice. I think the brand is minus 33 or something. I don't know. Anyway, I'm enjoying it. I might even buy another one. I don't know. All right, I got to get to work. What you might assume is, yeah, on the left-hand side is too low. I mean, not low enough. So I just keep picking at it with the box scraper and the front loader, trying to get that left side a little bit lower. Hey, that looks pretty good. Hey guys, I just wanted you to know that I am a DIY guy. I've never done this before. This is just a plan I came up with. I don't know if it's going to work out or not. But this is to tell you folks that are DIY guys or don't want to pay somebody to do your build stuff. You got to just take a chance. You just got to figure it out. And you're only going to learn by, trial and error. That's where wisdom comes in. You're going to make mistakes. You're going to flub it up a bunch of times. It's not going to come out the way you pictured. It's not always going to look beautiful. But hopefully you'll learn and you just get better and better and better. I'm also trying this wireless mic. I'm trying to get you guys better audio, and it's windy as can be out here, so I'm going to see how this works today. All right, guys. It seems like everything's going wrong. I mean, nothing's like detrimental. Like, it's not like bad. If you step back and you say, Ron, nothing's that bad. But just little things keep coming up. I had this brand new DeWalt brushless drill set that I have come with 4 amp hours, 2 batteries like that. And when I first plugged them in, they worked really great. And I thought that they were fully charged. I've never even went and tried to plug them in. I've put 4 screws in, the batteries went dead. Luckily, I have 2 amp hour batteries that are fully charged that I thought to charge those at home. I don't know how long they're going to last me. So I went over and I got my generator started, and I'm charging the 4 amp hour batteries over there at the trailer. I hope that if I end up needing those batteries, that will do the job. We'll see. I have a few bricks that I bought that I'm going to put underneath the lowest beams on this, sporadically around, so it keeps the whole structure up off the ground pretty much, so the wood's not touching the dirt. Basically, yeah, this wood is a little bit cheaper because it's not treated, but kind of my idea is to just, I'm making a very big pallet. That's going to be the plan, and we'll see how that goes as we're putting this together. I also, now I'm not sure if those batteries were low or not, because what I did was I moved this to 1, and with these 2 amp hour batteries it stopped working. It'd go and that would be it. So I guess it's kind of the torque, and so maybe those batteries weren't dead, but I did go over there once already and check, and they are it's still charging. So I'm just gonna go over there and check it once in a while. It says I have like 20 something hours of gas left in the generator, so I'm not too worried about it. I kind of need to use that gas up anyway. It's been in there for maybe a year, which is not good because it's not ethanol free either. So anyway, yeah, we're using that fuel up. Making the ground level, and I didn't really know how level it was in the beginning because I didn't have a platform built to start measuring it. And this back left corner over here is what's kind of killing me. I just picked up this and moved it, my whole frame, and put it over on Bryn's platform, and dug in here with the front loader to bring that back side down and bring the corner down, and I end up digging a pit in the middle, and it's still not perfectly flat, but I gotta get dirt under these 2x4s so that I can put the bricks down there to kind of help bring it up and even. So this is the battle that I've been dealing with, and it's getting on close to 4 o'clock. Sun usually goes down probably around 5:30. So I still have to get this even, put my 1x4s on, and then put my plywood on. And the 1x's, for the most part, aren't going to need to be cut, but the plywood is definitely going to need to be cut and fit around. All right, guys, I'm ever so slowly getting here. So this was kind of the idea. I was struggling getting dirt under there and getting support, so I put those couple little of these dark pallets that Bryn had brought, threw those under there, put my bricks down the middle, put them on the corners. So I couldn't find 10 footers. I didn't look super well, I guess, but when I went on I'll just say I got them from Home Depot, the 1x4x8s. I'd put in one 4x10 and they didn't have any in stock, and I don't know exactly what was going on there, but it didn't really bother me because I feel like once I put the plywood on, those little spots there are still going to be plenty secure. So that's what we're going to go with. I do have these 1x4s over here. I was thinking I might take the time. I have one left over and a couple of these. I might just put that through there. It'll only take me a couple minutes. Yeah, maybe I'll do that. And then I'll get ready to throw plywood on. All right, now it's going to be the challenging part, but I filled in all those little spots. Now we're more uniform. I'm not looking forward to this OSB. All right, guys, it's starting to get dark. Sun is down, but I'm gonna try to finish this. I gotta try to get this done. All right, guys, I don't know if you can see me or not. Maybe you can see me better this way. I don't know. I had to start up the tractor, running lights on all the vehicles, and I just couldn't get it done. I can't see anything, and I decided, instead of pushing myself, which I always do, why do that and mess up stuff and cause me more work tomorrow? So I'm gonna go ahead and hang it up for the night, and I don't know, I can't even see me hardly. There we go. And then we'll come back tomorrow and start working on this, and hopefully put the shed together tomorrow as well. All right, we'll see you guys when I get back out here. All right, guys, January 17, a little after 10 o'clock, getting out here late, but it was a little bit too chilly to get to work too early out here today. Yeah, we got down to like 9 or 10 or something last night. It's 25 right now, so it's not that bad. Doesn't feel like that cold, but anyway, I am gonna go ahead and it was getting so late last night I couldn't finish this, see what I was doing. So I'm gonna go ahead and finish this, and Diego and Nia are gonna come out today, hopefully, and help me start putting the shed together. Hopefully the dimensions of the pad work out and that shed's gonna sit on there. I got to thinking about it. It's 10 by 10 and I built an exactly 10 by 10, so hopefully it doesn't overlap at all. All right, let's get to work. Look at this monkey. He is not feeling well. This is Diego. I haven't filmed anybody. I got to start getting everybody on camera. Box is a shed. Diego and I are going to try to put this together. So let's get to work and try to figure this out. All right, we're a couple hours into this now. It's taken a long time. Bryn may get out. He's working on his. Diego's over here working on mine. This is going to definitely take all day. There's a Juga. And I just punctured my finger with a screwdriver. This is a lot of figuring out and slow go, so I'm just checking in and showing little bits of progress. Bryn's doing on his own over here. Hopefully we get done, we can start helping him.
Oh.
What'd you say? Did you call my baby?
You give her some box in the car?
Yeah.
You do?
Okay guys, sun is going down and it is getting cold. I don't know what the temperature was today, but I don't think we were supposed to get I think maybe a high of 30 something, but it hasn't been bad. I took my jacket off as soon as I got here, started working. This is how far I've gotten. And Brent's over here trying to wrap it up, doing a little bit of fast forward. We want to get his beams on so that he can have support, because it's been windy here off and on. He got fancy and put a nice floor in. So we're going to try to wrap this up, and then I still got to get over to my trailer and close everything up. Putting a few tools away. All right guys, heading out. Closing it up. Stayed a little bit later to help Bryn get his shed, make sure it was sturdy enough. We've been getting a lot of wind, and I guess tomorrow we're supposed to have 20 and 30 mile an hour gusts or something like that. enough that you want some stability on your shed. And we should be back out here tomorrow, and hopefully finish the sheds up. That would be the plan. So I just now, sorry, I'm taking my boots off. Every time at the end of the day I take my boots off and put my driving shoes on so I don't have to wear boots. Anyway, it's like 36 right now outside. Down here where we live, it's or down where the property is much, usually 6 or 7 degrees warmer than where we live right now. So at least it's a little better in the wintertime, in the cold weather, that it's not so bad we can't do anything. But in the summer, it's more pleasant up where we live right now than what it is going to be down here. So, all right, guys, we'll see you next time we're out here. All right, guys, January 18 at about 10:30 in the morning. I just can't get out here much earlier than that. This last couple of weeks is really cold. We're just getting out of the freezing temperature. I think it's like 32 right now, or 33. So I'm getting late starts and the sun goes down early. It just is what it is. Nobody's out here but me right now. I assume Bren will come out at some point to work on his shed. I don't know. But I haven't read ahead on the directions, so I don't know what's next. But I hope I'm going to be able to do this on my own today and get it done. The roof will be a little bit challenging because I don't have a ladder. So we'll see how that all goes. And hopefully it doesn't take 2 people on a lot of it. These sheds are a two-man job for the most part. So anyway, let's get to work and get this done. Guys, it's almost 5 o'clock. Wow. Yeah, almost 5 o'clock, and just finished my shed. There's Bren's shed. He's still working on it, and this is mine, and it's by no means perfect. Partially maybe because of me, but mostly because it's just a cheap shed. I don't know what I would review these sheds. This is one of the, I think, basically the cheapest 10 by 10 I could find on Amazon. So it's okay, you know. It was like $600, I think, close to it, and then another maybe $150 for the platform. Hopefully, it'll last me a long time. It is going to be difficult that if I ever want to move this, how am I going to move my platform? But I do have the tractor, and if I have some way of picking it up, I didn't put a ton of screws in it, so I could actually take it apart fairly easy. It'll be not fun, but I can do it. So I am excited. I am done. I was so frustrated with this thing. It's such a pain, a bunch of little screws and all kinds of stuff. So happy I'm done. Now time to clean up. I don't know if this is going to do it justice or not. Bren and I are putting his shed, finishing it up, but I don't know if this is going to do justice or not. But the sky is beautiful. Wow. All right, guys, been a long day. Can't believe it took all day again to put that shed together. Then I went ahead and helped Bren finish up his a little bit. He's still got a bit to go, but that noise, if you hear it banging on my truck, is all the mud coming off the tires. Anyway, I'm heading home now. He'll head home in a little bit, but I'm getting kind of tired of coming home in the dark. I'll tell you that much. Shed is done. Tomorrow, Val is off, and hopefully we can start moving some stuff from storage into the shed. And the whole point of that was to kind of have to, so we can stop paying storage fees. So we'll see you guys the next time I'm out here. Hopefully see you tomorrow. Morning, everybody. It's January 19, 9:20 in the morning, coming at you from the truck. Exciting day that the shed got finished last night, and so we're gonna start moving stuff from storage and from the trailer and just feeling that all out and see what's the best usage for the shed. So I'm going to, it was too late last night to empty the trailer and stuff. It was dark, so I left the trailer down at the property. So this first load today will just be in the truck. So I'm going on my own because Val's still getting around, and she's going to be helping me today. It'll be fun to have her and spend the day with her today. So I'm going to go do the first load and then come back to the house and pick her up. Then we'll go down to the property. And secondly, the exciting news is we got an address for our property finally yesterday. So that was something we'd been waiting on, and that is exciting. All right, let's get to work.
We have Skittles out here helping us today, huh, Skittles?
All right, Brent's still fixing up the shed.
Valentina's here to help me.
I backed the trailer over here. We're gonna unload some of this stuff and put some stuff in here from storage. So, making progress. Windy though. All right, guys, January 20 at about 10:30 in the morning, almost 10:30. At the storage place, Nikki and Bren unloaded their storage stuff. Some of this stuff is mine, some of it is Niana's and Diego's, and then I gotta go in here and move all this stuff in here. So it just continues to take longer than I planned. But anyway, that's the plan today, and we're gonna just keep on moving stuff. That didn't take me as long as I thought. Maybe, I don't know, it was overwhelming when I first started, but I got everything in, put some stuff back here to the back of the truck. Unfortunately, had a couple of material things in. We've been saving kids clothes, baby clothes, and some of those got moldy, so we're going to have to clean those. But in most part, things are in good shape. So now off to tell the storage place I am not paying them anymore. That's exciting news. Okay guys, about 1:15 out here at the property. Going to I stopped by the house, unloaded a bunch of stuff at the cottage that Val wanted there, and now I finally made it out here to the property. Gonna go ahead and start putting stuff in the shed, and then Brent should be out here. Brent should be out here pretty soon and help me with my stuff, and I've got some of his stuff, so that's the plan. Got my stuff in, and it needs better organization, but for now I can at least see what I got. And now the rest of this is going to Bren for now. So he's piling his stuff in one side and Nia and Diego's stuff on the other side. So I'm going to go ahead and start helping him now.